February 15th. I dipped my toe into the dangerous waters of politics when I talked about Biden's age and how AI is redefining the job of a politician, something we should account for in our voting decisions. Today I plunge into the most churning spot of these dangerous waters I can find. But it all happens to explain why you are tired, exhausted and burnt out, and how getting to know yourself with the meditation prompts I offer daily for free is the first step to change. First thing, forget conspiracy theories. As I said yesterday, while we love to imagine us walking on a path passing crossroads, our world is far more complex than that, and so complex the situations can't have one simple painless explanation. That's fiction, not the truth. Any plan offers too many possibilities for small things and big to go wrong for one person or one group to be a secret mover. If you need an image to imagine politics, imagine a public transportation network. Movements that have destinations that are approximately in the same direction get on the same bus. It will not take them exactly where they want to go, but it might take them to a point from where they believe they can improvise the rest of the way. Take the example of the Industrial Revolution. By no means you would have accused countries like England, France, Spain or the Dutch to have any intention to cooperate when the Industrial Revolution came along. The one thing they had in common, though, was that neither of them knew how to build an industrial society. But to stay in the picture, they all got on one bus. Its destination was European imperialism. The theory that united them all was the idea that unless you have an empire and you control the sources of the raw materials you needed, iron, coal, rubber, cotton, sheep leather, whatever, and unless you also control the markets, you will not be able to survive as an industrial society. And then they experimented with often horrible results. Other experiments coming from countries riding the same bus were Soviet communism and German Nazism, with even more horrible results. The thing is, when you try to adapt to something new, you experiment, and it is in the nature of an experiment that the majority of them fails, even if you get to where you want in the end, or close to it. We are living through something comparable with the AI and biotech revolution right now. With one big difference. Everything we have invented before has empowered humankind. We are back to the decision making. The human made the decision how to employ everything from a knife to an atom bomb and from the printing press to a TV station. AI is an independent agent making decisions for us. One important way how this difference will show up in our lives, the invention of the Industrial Revolution meant that far less people were needed to work the fields, something the majority of the people had done for the longest time. But at the same time, these people were needed as cheap labor in the factories and to work for the fight for the imperialistic expansions. This meant that they still had to be catered to, at least to some extent. This fact alone secured them a certain political power. The best example from my own past for this is that East Germany ended when the people didn't want to live and work in the state anymore. AI will bring a whole new phenomenon of large swaths of humans that are not needed anymore for the economy and the businesses to run. And those owning the AI will have no incentive and no desire to give these people a say in how things are run and the profits are used. What's their theory for creating this new digital society? A version of authoritarianism. And since they believe the future is now, they create an environment in which the future seems inevitable by censoring through information overflow, breaking into the sphere of privacy inside the body to manipulate, abusing our excitement button to keep our attention captured otherwise, and getting on the bus with old school authoritarians. by helping them to divide existing societies up to the point where they assist in reigniting and keeping wars like the war in the Ukraine and Gaza alive. Who they support isn't important. Maybe they even support both sides, like in the Israel-Hamas conflict, simply to influence elections to divide and conquer other countries. Because it's just a bus, and their destination isn't the destination of the other passengers they share the bus with. Trump or Robert Kennedy, who cares as long as there's chaos and division? The bus is a means to an end, to run their experiments. The future isn't predetermined though. These people are on the bus already, but we all do have a say. Can all come up with experiments we want to run to build a benign AI society. And we must do it, must become a force, because humankind as a species will not be able to survive another round of imperialistic wars and totalitarian regimes. The first step is to escape and get to know yourself, also known as think. Layers and layers of stories which we use to create our reality, mostly spun by men long dead, limit us physically and mentally. While we aren't even aware, we use them like VR goggles. So, make a habit out of thinking. Turn thinking into a movement, a buzz of our own, a force to shape the next phase of humankind. Like, comment, and share. And as always, thank you for gifting me with a few minutes of your most precious, your lifetime.